and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set to bring you the action from the Pepsi Center. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. In this game, we'll see the Denver Nuggets against the San Antonio Spurs. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a prolific scorer, but he's also a dangerous drive and kick weapon. He said, "I never pay attention to the defender guarding me. I look at the four guys behind him and how they react. A lot of times I don't even look to score. I draw 3 or 4 guys and get my teammates open shots." Kevin?
Great vision, David. Thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs. It's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. DeJounte Murray is out there with White. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Craig is the 3 and Millsap the 4. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. Look at our matchup tonight, Brent. It's somewhat rare now to have two teams that operate so well with their back to the basket.
Interesting to have multiple options down there on the post, and more, Kevin, we're seeing it sometimes not even be the center position. It could be a wing player that on any given night has the physical advantage down there. So
exactly.
Defensively, how are these guys going to cope with that? Are there going to be double teams from the bottom, double teams from the top? Are they going to come on the first or second dribble? Let's take a look at that tonight.
A lot of moving parts. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Pass to Murray. From deep. Got a piece of it. Here's Millsap.
A good jumper with long arms, and it's that size that LaMarcus knows all that well. Doesn't want to give up any easy baskets.
And White kicks to Murray. Aldridge against Millsap. With the second effort, Aldridge can't get it to go.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Murray against Murray. Here's the floater, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
Here's Murray. The pass to Jokic for 3. Drops in the tray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Murray with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Pass to Aldridge. Over Millsap. Aldridge. Good. Aldridge has got his second basket of the night.
Well, he's been around the block a few years. Aldridge added that J a few seasons ago, has stuck with it, a big part of his staple.
Murray with the bounce pass. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by White. Passes to Murray. Here's DeRozan, and that one released in time, but no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Spurs. They're up by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Will Barton is out there with Beasley. Then there's Jeremy Grant. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
Seeing Rudy Gay active right now, it forces the D's hand just a little bit. Fantastic at staying engaged on that possession.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws here for the night. The free throw drops for Gay.
Capable of playing either forward, the versatility that Gay has, important in today's league for him to stay around.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
A great season for the Nuggets last year, winning the Northwest Division. Kind of a tough way to go out in the postseason for them as they lost to the Portland Trail Blazers. But overall, a terrific direction and lots of room to grow that has them excited about the Denver Nuggets competing at an elite level this season.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. And here's Gay following the 3 from Will Barton. Shot clock at 6. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Here's Plumlee. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Barton surveying the floor. From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
You can see where the priorities are. Rebounding, and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass clean.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, they spent a lot of time away from the basket offensively. They need to get in the paint, Ernie. Whether it's running the offense through the low post or on dribble drives, pick and rolls, get into the paint.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Sometimes when a shooter misses a wide open shot, Brent, you hear, oh, he had too much time. I mean, is that really a thing?
I mean, in life, do we really have too? You never have too much time.
Never have too much time.
You can never have too much time.
I think about Marc Gasol, like in the finals and the playoffs last year. He would sit there and no one would even be around him.
And he's tiptoeing like, do I shoot? Do I shoot? I think it messes with you just in terms of the psychological part about like,
it's got
why,
to. It's
why
got to.
isn't anybody guarding me here? Well, if you're a bad shooter, there's a really good reason why they're not guarding you.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. White is out there with Murray, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. Free throw, good. Jokic. You know, Brent, passing is just one of the many things that Jokic does well on the floor.
Well, it doesn't look pretty at times, and there's not a ton of athleticism, but the cerebral play of Jokic, and then for teams to try to prepare Kevin defensively for a team offensively that plays from a point center, that's a bit of a mind job night in and night out. Denver's done such a great job of accentuating the skill set of Nikola Jokic.
Now, here's DeRozan. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Murray outside. Here's Aldridge. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Denver leading by 4. Murray surveying the D. Harris outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their 2 bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
Now here is Harris following the miss by DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Murray. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Millsap. Count it. Millsap's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
The contact's certainly there, but Millsap just too big and too strong on those type of plays.
Here's Murray. Can't get it to fall. And we've reached the end of the third. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 9. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Spurs trail by 9. Grant down low with Jokic. It's Morris and Beasley at the 1 and the 2. And it's Barton in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now here is Aldridge. The pass to DeRozan. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. He gets that one. And it's 6 points for Aldridge.
Back to the basket, sometimes more facing up is Aldridge. He excels right there down in the painted area.
Morris with the ball. Picked up by Aldridge. Here's Jokic. Good.
such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Grant against DeRozan. Shoots from the corner. They grab their own miss. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, that's a little bit out of the Rudy Gay experience there, used to absorbing contact on the way up.
A different look for Denver. Millsap comes in for Grant, and Harris subbed in for Malik Beasley. Spurs also with the sub. Murray's checked in.
What's up?
That's good from Rudy Gay. Denver's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Morris looking over the floor. Millsap finds Barton. Millsap down low. He's covered by Gay. Lock at 6. On the wing, Harris from outside the arc. Good on the triple. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're behind by 9. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, they got to get straight to the hoop, then a foul immediate.
San Antonio making a switch here. Nadu, he's checked in for Aldridge. Lyle comes in for Rudy Gay. Damari Carroll's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for Murray. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shots good by Mills.
The dangerous in the catch and shoot. When Mills sets his feet, has great balance, he's tough to stop.
Beasley outside. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Lyles. That's his first foul. Three seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Morris passes to Plumlee. Morris trying to free himself up. Plumlee, no luck.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Morris with the ball. So we see Denver get the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you later.